Okay, I'm in bed, but I thought this is important enough to post a video for. I just watched 3D Printing Nerds video on the guy who's selling thingiverse things on eBay. This is a very touchy subject for me, so some might be confused by my reply, but I think you'll understand in the long run. There are two kinds of rights that I recognize. You have IPR and you have PPR. IPR is intellectual property rights. PPR is personal property rights. When you own a physical piece of property, you own the personal property rights to that property. Even if the law doesn't recognize it, the law is wrong. This is where the fundamental concept of possession is 9/10 of the law comes from. By owning something, you own the rights to it. Now, that doesn't mean I own the intellectual property rights to it. Now, contrary to what the studios would have you believe, when I buy a DVD and when I buy a CD, I own it. I don't license it. I don't recognize license. I don't think license is valid or legitimate for physical property. If I buy a CD, that CD belongs to me. It's my property, and everything on it is my property. That doesn't mean I have ownership of the intellectual property rights for that CD. So I can copy it, I can modify it, I can hack it, I can convert it, I can do anything I want to it. I don't recognize the DMCA as valid law. I will ignore it at every opportunity I can. DMCA is a violation of my personal property rights, and that is a constitutional violation. You're not allowed to do that. The DMCA was lawfully null and void the moment it was signed. Hopefully we'll eventually get around to correcting that. Anyway, once I give you a copy, now I'm violating intellectual property rights, because making copies for myself is perfectly legal. Making copies for you is not, because now I'm violating your rights as the creator of that CD. Now, you put something on Thingiverse. The Creative Commons license applies to the 3D file you posted. So I cannot take that STL file and sell it on a compilation CD, because that would be violating Creative Commons, the license that you post to when you put it on Thingiverse. However, when I print out something from Thingiverse, that's not covered by Creative Commons. That's my plastic, my electricity, my printer. The object I print out is my personal property in every way, shape, and form. I can and will do whatever I wish with that. Am I going to be selling stuff on eBay? No point. You'll never make enough, I don't think. I mean, I don't know how he's making money, but whatever. He must be getting the stuff cheap. But I could. It's my property. Now, before you go, oh, Creative Commons, oh, Thingiverse, oh, 3D file, blah, blah, blah. Ford owns the intellectual property rights to the car you own if it's a Ford, or whoever makes your car. Do you think they should be able to tell you you cannot resell your car? Not the same thing? Really? Don't they have copyrights on the car? Don't they have patents on the car? Don't they have trademarks on the car? That's their intellectual property. But you would never say Ford should be able to tell you you can't resell your car. Of course not, because the car is your physical property. Now, you can't go and make a copy of the Ford and put the Ford logo on it and sell it, because now you're violating Ford's intellectual property rights. But your car, you absolutely can. In fact, you could even copy the Ford car as long as you don't use any of the proprietary code or the trademark logos on the car. If you want to make one that looks like it, you could do that. When you download a 3D printed file, it changes to a physical object when you print it. It's no longer the STL file you uploaded to Thingiverse. It's now a physical piece of property that somebody owns. If they wish to sell that piece of property, not only should they be allowed, not only can they, it's their property, but they should be allowed to. Just like you should be allowed to sell your Ford, or to sell your GE microwave, or to sell your Schwinn bicycle, none of which you own the IPR for. You own the PPR. You own that piece of property, and you can sell that piece of property. 3D printing just means I can make a whole bunch of them, and there's nothing wrong with that. unless it's patented. If it's patented, that is a protection on physical property and its design. So I can stop you from making a similar item. So if you were to patent something you put on Thingiverse, then you could say it's illegal for him to sell the physical printout of that object because it would violate your patent. So unless you have a patent for something you put on Thingiverse, it's perfectly legal and, I attest, perfectly moral for him to sell copies of it. Now, it is pretty damn scummy not to refer to the creator of the object, and it is illegal to use their pictures for your listings. If you want to put a 3D object on eBay, take your own damn picture. That doesn't belong to you because the picture is protected by copyright. I hope that makes things clear. I hope you guys understand. I hope we come to a logical consensus on this, because we do not want creators being able to dictate our personal property rights. Whether that creator is some nice lady making objects on 3D printers on Thingiverse, or the corporate entity of Ford selling you a car. We don't want them dictating our property rights to us. So be very careful how you tread here, or you can create a very dangerous, slippery slope in the future that you will not like. See you later.